Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make this one-pan lemon shrimp Alfredo. Lemon shrimp Alfredo is a one-pan meal that you're definitely going to want to add to your meal rotation. It's pasta cooked with lots of garlic, Parmesan, and lemon, which makes it so flavorful and delicious. And of course, topped with lots of shrimp. So let's get started. So first off, I'm going to get started on seasoning our shrimp. Here I have about 1 1/4 pounds of shrimp. You could go from anywhere between 1 to 1.5 pounds. It's up to you, whatever pasta shrimp ratio you want to go for. So right here today I have about 1 1/4 pounds. And I'm just gonna season it with salt and pepper. Very simple. If you guys are not a fan of shrimp, I do have you could use whatever protein of choice, chicken, fish, whatever you like. I also have a chicken Florentine pasta recipe, and that's also a one-pan meal. And if you guys like chicken, that's a one-pan meal, one-pan pasta meal that you can also check out. So I'm just gonna mix everything around so that the shrimp is well covered with the seasoning. Now I'm gonna go ahead and zest and juice 1 lemon, and you wanna make sure to zest your lemon before you juice it because it makes it much easier. And this recipe does taste good without the lemon, but I just love the lemony, citrusy flavor, especially with shrimp. And so does my son. He likes to add lemon juice to like everything. Plus my tree is sprouting a lot of lemons and we just collected them all yesterday, so I'm trying to come up with a lot of recipes that do include lemon. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and juice it. And you definitely don't need a little gadget like this. You could just squeeze the lemon. But I do like this because the seeds get trapped on top and I don't have to worry about fishing them out. And I'm just really excited to show you guys this recipe today. Once we head over to the stove, you're gonna see how easy it is to put together. And like I said, you're gonna wanna add it to your meal rotation. Okay, so before we head over to the stove, I'm gonna show you guys some other ingredients that we're gonna be needing, and that's some butter, some garlic. I have quite a bit of garlic here because I do love garlic. You could add more or less. And then the pasta is gonna be cooking in some chicken broth, some half and half, some whole milk, and of course for Alfredo, we're gonna need some Parmesan cheese. And for the pasta, we're gonna need about 12 ounces. And I know that's kind of like an odd number because the package comes in 16 ounces. So what I like to do is I open it up and then just eye it and grab half. So I'll divide it in half. This looks about right. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Get 2 equal halves, put one down, and then from 1/2, I'll divide that in half. So that's a fourth. Remembering my fractions here, so that's half, a fourth. So take a half, with the other half, take half of that and add it to here. So that's 12 ounces. Like I said, it does not need to be perfect. And that's why I like cooking more than baking, because cooking is more relaxed, whereas baking has less room for error. But anyways, we have our ingredients prepped. So let's go ahead and meet me over at the stove. I have the shrimp cooking in a little bit of oil, and I'm gonna cook it until it's completely cooked through. This will take about 1 to 2 minutes per side, depending on the thickness of the shrimp. And then when it's done, I'm gonna remove and set it aside. I've wiped my pan clean before I added 2 tablespoons of butter because my son, who's allergic to shrimp, is gonna have some of the pasta without the shrimp, so I didn't want any of the shrimp remnants on it. And when the butter has melted, I'm gonna add 6 minced garlic cloves. And I'm gonna cook the garlic down for about a minute or so. Now I'm going to add in 3 cups of chicken broth. You could use whatever broth you prefer. We're gonna need a good amount of it because we're gonna use it to cook our noodles. I'm also going to add in 2 cups of half and half. And the half and half is gonna help us create this creamy sauce. And I'm also going to add in 1 cup of milk, and I always use whole milk. I'm gonna give our sauce a good seasoning of some salt and pepper. We wanna really make sure this is seasoned because we're gonna add a lot of noodles to this. And I'm gonna give it a mix so that everything is nice and combined. Now I'm ready to add in our dry noodles, and I'm gonna break them in half in increments so it's easier to break. And I'm gonna give it a good stir so that our noodles don't stick together. And I'm gonna bring everything back to a boil and then lower the heat to medium-low, and I'm gonna cover and cook for a total of 15 minutes. And you wanna make sure to stir every 5 minutes so that it prevents the noodles from sticking to the bottom of the pan. So 15 minutes has passed and our noodles should be nice and cooked through. It's going to look a little liquidy and thin at this point, but once it sits and we add the Parmesan cheese, it's definitely going to thicken up. But I do love my pasta on the saucy side. And off the heat, I'm gonna add in 1 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. And I like to do this off the heat because it prevents the cheese from curdling. Now I'm going to add in the zest of 1 lemon and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. And you could definitely adjust the lemon juice to your liking. I'm also going to give this another good seasoning of some salt and pepper. And this really is a quick and easy 1-pan meal. I love how the noodles cook up in the sauce, and I know it's not a traditional way of making pasta, but hey, it saves a lot of time. Plus, it's delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and remove a little pasta before I add in the shrimp for my son because we don't want him to break out in hives. But thank goodness it's just hives and not a severe allergy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and return the shrimp back to the pan. I'm just gonna lay it on top of the pasta, but you can definitely mix it in if you like. And here is the final product. Doesn't it look amazing?
Hi, my name is Bradley.
Okay.
And my name is Aaron. I think you all know that by now.
Well, if they haven't watched the previous videos, you can introduce yourself again. But anyways, pasta is looking so good. I have my little crew here for the taste test, and we are ready to dig in, right guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
So, the sauce has thickened up and it's so creamy and cheesy. So do you want extra parm on yours? Just tell them when to say when. Olive Garden, back in the day. And then for me, crushed red pepper flakes. No, my kids don't want any of that, right guys? All right, let's dig in.
Is that so hot?
It's spicy, but I like spicy, remember? And 1, 2, 3, cheers!
Cheers!
All right,
Cheers!
moment of truth.
Cheers! Mmm.
Okay, you guys, this was delicious. The pasta has like tons of cream, the Parmesan, the garlic, and I did put 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, but I think I could even add more. It's a hint of lemon, but if you want it more lemony, add more, or you can just add to your own serving. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, if I have provided any type of value to you guys, please like, that would definitely help me out. Subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's video, and hit that bell notification. Anything you want to add?
It's so delicious. And subscribe.
Okay, subscribe. All right, guys.
Deep into my eyes.
All right, these boys are ready to eat lunch. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's so delicious, though. Yeah.